Fear and pain. Freedom from fear. If guilt is looking at the brick wall of our past and seeing only the 2 bad bricks we've laid, then fear is staring at the brick wall of our future and seeing only what might go wrong. When we are blinded by fear, we just can't see the rest of the wall that's made up of what might go perfectly well. Fear, then, is overcome by seeing the whole of the wall, as in the following story from a recent teaching visit to Singapore. My series of 4 public talks had been arranged many months before. The large and expensive 2,500-seat auditorium at Singapore's Suntec City had been booked, and the posters were displayed on the bus stops. Then came the crisis of SARS, Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome. When I arrived in Singapore, the schools were all closed, apartment blocks were quarantined, and the government was advising its people not to attend any public gatherings. Fear was vast at that time. I was asked, should we cancel? That very morning, the front page of the daily newspaper warned in large black figures that 99 Singaporeans were now confirmed with SARS. I asked what the current population of Singapore was. It was approximately 4 million. So, I remarked, that means that 3,999,901 Singaporeans haven't got SARS. Let's go ahead. But what if someone gets SARS? Fear said. But what if they don't? Said wisdom. And wisdom had probability on its side. So the talks went ahead. 1,500 people came on the first night, and the numbers steadily increased to a full house on the final night. Around 8,000 people attended those talks. They learned to go against irrational fear, and that would strengthen their courage in the future. They enjoyed the talks and left happy, which meant that their virus-fighting immune system had been enhanced. And, as I emphasized at the end of each talk, because they laughed at my funny stories, they had exercised their lungs and thus strengthened their respiratory systems. Of course, not one person from those audiences got SARS. The possibilities for the future are infinite. When we focus on the unfortunate possibilities, that's called fear. When we remember the other possibilities, which are usually more likely, that's called freedom from fear. Predicting the future. Many people would like to know the future. Some are too impatient to wait for it to happen, so they seek out the services of oracles and fortune-tellers. I have a warning for you on oracles. Never trust a poor fortune-teller. Meditating monks are regarded as excellent fortune-tellers, but they usually don't cooperate easily. One day, a long-serving disciple of Ajahn asked the great master to predict his future. Ajahn refused. Good monks don't tell fortunes. But the disciple was determined. He reminded Ajahn of how many times he had offered him alms food, how many donations he had given to his monastery, and how he had chauffeured Ajahn in his own car at his own expense, to the neglect of his own work and family. Ajahn saw that the man was determined to get his fortune told, so he said that for once he would make an exception to the no fortune-telling rule. "Give me your hand. Let me see your palm." The disciple was excited. Ajahn had never read palms for any other disciple. This was special. Moreover, Ajahn was regarded as a saint with great psychic powers. Whatever Ajahn said would happen surely would happen. Ajahn traced the lines on the disciple's palm with his own index finger. Every so often he would say to himself, "Oh, that's interesting," or well, or "Amazing." The poor disciple was in a frenzy of anticipation. When Ajahn was finished, he let go of the disciple's hand and said to him, "Disciple, this is how your future will turn out." Yes, said the disciple quickly. "And I am never wrong," added Ajahn I know. Well, what's my future going to be?" the disciple uttered in ultimate excitement. "Your future will be uncertain," said Ajahn. And he wasn't wrong. Gambling. Money is hard to accumulate, but easy to lose, and the easiest way to lose it is by gambling. All gamblers are losers, eventually. Still, people like to predict the future so that they can make a lot of money by gambling. I tell the following two stories to show them how dangerous it is to predict the future, even when we have signs. A friend awoke one morning from one of those dreams that was so vivid it seemed real. He had dreamt that 5 angels had given him 5 big jars of gold worth a fortune. When he opened his eyes, there were no angels in his bedroom, and alas, no pots of gold. But it was a very strange dream. When he went into the kitchen, he saw that his wife had made him 5 boiled eggs, with 5 pieces of toast for his breakfast. At the top of the morning newspaper, he noticed the date, the 5th of May, the 5th month. Something odd was going on. He turned to the back pages of the newspaper, to the horse racing pages. He was stunned to see that at Ascot, 5 letters, in race number 5, horse number 5 was called 5 Angels. The dream was an omen. He took the afternoon off work. He drew $5,000 out of his bank account. He went to the racetrack, to the 5th bookmaker, and made his bet. $5,000 on horse number 5, race number 5, 5 Angels to win. The dream couldn't be wrong. The lucky number 5 couldn't be wrong. The dream wasn't wrong. The horse came in 5th. The second story